past turn 3, last lap. Traffic ahead. Kyle Busch the leader.
Look at this.
Carl
Look at
Edwards
this.
right
Look at
there.
this.
Moves
Wow.
him to win it. Carl Edwards bump and run.
Oh, God. How did he pull that off?
As I'm sure you can guess, based on the opening little video I showed on my TV there, this is what the race win's going to be. It's Carl Edwards 2016 Richmond. Famous for the bump and dump and run, I guess, because he didn't dump him. But, you know, Mike Joy just tried to make a call, and it did not work. But anyway, yeah, let's take a look at this car. So, this is the final race win of Carl Edwards that was produced. It wasn't his final race win, but it was the last one that they actually made. They probably would have made Texas had they known he was going to retire randomly in 3 months. 2 months, whatever, I don't remember the exact month amount, but yeah. 2016 box. There's a render of the car. And this is, I think, the only race win in his number 19 car from his 2 seasons there. And number 19 Xfinity Richmond win. 1 of 700. No elites. So this is a pretty rare car. Pretty neat car, and pretty rare. I'm not sure how sought after it is, but it's definitely a cool one in my opinion. Just because of the race and the fact that it's the last one. But I'll take a look down the left side here. So we got all the rubber and wheel marks down here. Covered, caked in confetti all over. You can see just confetti everywhere. Richmond is pretty good at that. They're good at caking cars in confetti. So this was back when I don't remember if this was a rain out or what the specifics on this race were as far as why it was during the day. I know they had a rain out one year. Everyone said it was kind of fun to race in the day. Then they decided to move it to the daytime. And then this year they decided to move it back to nighttime because they just realized Saturday nights are kind of the better time to race in most cases. I always enjoy it. Saturday nights, you get to the track, you go to the race, go home or to the hotel or wherever you're staying, and then Sunday you got all day to drive. Versus like Chicago, great race, but if it was like Sunday afternoon like that, gets over at 4 p.m. I got a 6-hour drive, didn't get home till 10 or 11 o'clock. So it is nice when you can have that option where you can go to a race, enjoy the race all night, and then go to a hotel or a friend's house, wherever you're staying, and then the next day you can get a whole day of driving to try and get back. So back to this. Number 19 there on the side. Look at all that confetti kicked all over there on the Joe Gibbs Toyota. 2 winner stickers up there. Carl Edwards, and I think that's the Missouri flag, maybe? Got the American flag there. And then you have Xfinity here. Confetti kicked all over that too. Stanley, Eris, and then you can see we got confetti all over the wheels. A little bit there on there too. Over here we got our ethanol ring. Camera on the back. Pop it open. You can't see in the trunk of these Toyotas. I've always kind of found that difficult to see in, but yeah, there is a trunk in there with everything. So DIN 100 on that. Go over to the right side. There you can see it. Roof flaps do open. And a lot cleaner on the right side. So we got one little mark there on the wheel. You can see that one there. Other than that, very, very clean. Honestly, this is a pretty cool paint scheme. So even if he hadn't won the race, I really hope they would have made this scheme because it's a cool scheme. I mean, this black, red, and gray, pretty nice looking car. So we'll get back to the nose here. So here's a Camry front end from 2016. Honestly, not that bad of a front end. 2017 looks pretty good too, and obviously worked rather well because Toyota dominated that seat last season. So that nose maybe looked a little goofy, but it did the job. And honestly, the molds for the diecast are pretty cool. So yeah, I'm a pretty big fan of Toyota and what they do in racing. Wasn't a huge fan at first, but the fact that I've been to the Chicago race in the Toyota owner's tent and had all the things that Toyota offers to me there, it's really, they put a lot of money and effort into the sport, so they absolutely belong when you're willing to support a sport like that. So that's where I give Toyota the props is, they really do want to be in NASCAR, and that's a big deal. So, for anyone that wants to hate on them, the fact is they support and really care about a sport that we really like. So I wouldn't get too far out of shape about them. So there you can see the engine detail, plastic block, little details, not a lot. Underneath, Toyota, Let's Go Places, and Xfinity. And that's pretty much all there is to see on this car. Underneath you can see that little guard, working rear suspension, all that fun jazz there. But overall, that's about it for this car. It's pretty simple. Didn't have a race winner card or anything with it when I bought it. Got it off of Facebook from somebody, so didn't have the stuff with it, but it's all right. I wanted the diecast mainly, and it is a hard one to find now. So, you know, it's definitely worth it in my opinion. So, you know, it's a big deal when that comes around, and you know, it's like, oh, it's, missing one little thing. Well, I can deal with that. So, anyway, this has been Race Craze. If you've enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun jazz. Really appreciate it for all the support, and we'll hopefully can get the channel rolling good. 500 subscribers will be the collection update or collection video, and then we'll update it as we get more in. Hopefully, I'm done with the having to sell a bunch of them off. But we'll see on that. We'll see where we end up. But that's kind of the hope, is that I can get this trimmed down, get myself financially set, and be able to still afford the ones when they come out, because I've got some pre-orders for Chase Elliott, Casey Kane, Ryan Blaney race win, a couple Kyle Busch race wins, a Harvick race win, just any race I've gone to, plus my favorite drivers. So hopefully all that clears up in time. But you know, if not, I'll probably set up some type of donation for the channel, and that way I can use that to keep things going for the channel and justify the amount of time I'm putting in and money I put into it, and then I can do some giveaways and fun stuff too. So that's always fun. I always want to be able to do that kind of fun stuff and be able to give things out and reward people that support me. So really appreciate all that. But anyway, this has been Race Craze. Really appreciate all your support. Yeah, that'll pretty much do it for my video. So we'll see you in the next Diecast review.